There's something hauntingly powerful about a woman's silence. It's not just quiet, it's an energy that speaks louder than words, deeper than logic, and far beyond reason. The dark side of a woman's silence. Jung's forbidden truth reveals what happens when her voice disappears. But her energy still echoes through the spaces she's left behind. Silence isn't emptiness, it's transformation. It's her becoming something untouchable, something mysterious, something men can't decode. And that mystery is where her power lives. Carl Jung once said that everything unspoken in a woman becomes part of her shadow, the hidden part of her psyche that holds repressed emotion, wisdom, and desire. When she goes silent, it's not weakness, it's alchemy. It's her soul rearranging itself. You might think she's withdrawn, but in reality, she's evolving. She's accessing the deeper layers of her mind that even she didn't know existed. The dark side of a woman's silence. Jung's forbidden truth isn't about revenge or coldness, it's about awakening. Because in silence, she becomes the mirror that forces others to face their own reflection. When a woman stops explaining, she stops bleeding energy. She learns that silence protects what words can't. You can't argue with silence. You can't control it. You can't interpret it. And that's what terrifies people the most. In a world obsessed with noise, a quiet woman becomes magnetic. Her stillness provokes curiosity. Her calmness triggers insecurities. People project their own fears onto her because silence demands interpretation. And that interpretation reveals who they really are. That's the dark side Jung talked about, the unconscious mirror effect of feminine energy. You see, silence is not the absence of communication. It's a different kind of language. It's emotional frequency. It's the soul speaking without sound. The dark side of a woman's silence. Jung's forbidden truth explores that deep psychology when she no longer argues. It's because she's done seeking validation. When she no longer reacts, it's because she's learned emotional mastery. When she disappears, it's because her spirit outgrew the place that tried to silence her. That's the paradox. Her silence isn't the end. It's the beginning of transformation. It's the moment when she leaves behind the girl who needed approval and becomes the woman who owns her worth. Jung believed the shadow holds both darkness and divinity. When a woman stops suppressing her emotions and instead channels them inward, she activates her inner alchemist. Her silence becomes a spell, one that heals her, but haunts those who once took her energy for granted. Think about it. When she argued, no one listened. When she tried to explain her pain, they dismissed her. But when she finally went silent, everyone noticed. Suddenly, her absence became unbearable. Her energy, once taken for granted, turns into the void that pulls others in. That's the dark side, not evil, but mysterious, transformative, almost supernatural. The dark side of a woman's silence. Jung's forbidden truth shows that her silence isn't about giving up. It's about rising up in a dimension words can't reach. This is why men dream about the woman who stops explaining. They feel her energy in their subconscious. Her silence lives in their memory like a ghost that doesn't fade. She becomes an archetype, the silent anima. Jung wrote that the anima represents the hidden feminine within the male psyche. When a man encounters a woman who embodies both softness and silence, he meets his shadow through her. Her silence reflects his confusion, his guilt, his longing. That's why she's unforgettable. That's why her silence feels so loud it awakens something primal inside him. The dark side of a woman's silence. Jung's forbidden truth. Isn't just about relationships. It's about identity. It's about reclaiming the parts of yourself you abandoned to be understood. Silence becomes sacred when you stop explaining your emotions to people committed to misunderstanding you. It's your boundary, your shield, your wisdom. It's your higher self whispering, don't react, observe. And in that space of observation, you gain power. Because silence gives you perspective. It allows truth to reveal itself without your interference. When she stops chasing closure, life gives her peace. When she stops defending herself, her energy begins to heal. When she stops explaining, the right people start to understand without words. That's the forbidden truth. Silence isn't suppression, it's elevation. Jung would say, she's integrating her shadow, embracing the dark and the light. the rage and the grace. She becomes whole, and that wholeness radiates power. Now imagine how her silence feels to those who hurt her. It's haunting, because silence doesn't just remove sound, it removes access. They can no longer feed on her energy. Her stillness becomes their punishment. They start wondering, what is she thinking? Is she okay? Did she move on? That's a psychological effect Jung called projection. Her silence forces others to face their guilt. They see in her calm what they can't find in themselves. That's why her silence disturbs the insecure and attracts the strong. The dark side of a woman's silence, Jung's forbidden truth, reveals that her silence doesn't mean she's lost her voice. It means she's mastering it. She's channeling her pain into power. She's rewriting her identity from within. That's the secret that no one talks about. The most dangerous woman is not the loud one, it's the quiet one, the one who smiles while observing, the one who knows that energy never lies, the one who knows her silence can destroy illusions faster than words ever could. Every time she goes quiet, she regains a piece of her soul. She learns that peace is more powerful than proving a point. She becomes emotionally untouchable. That's when her glow changes. It's not the glow of attention, it's the glow of inner alignment. People feel it. They can't explain it, but they sense it. That's the vibration of a woman who has faced her shadow and come out radiant. Jung's forbidden truth is that the feminine shadow isn't dangerous, it's divine when integrated, and her silence is the doorway to that divinity. If you're watching this, maybe you've been misunderstood, unheard, or dismissed. Maybe you've tried explaining yourself to people who only wanted your energy, not your truth. Let this message remind you, your silence is sacred. Don't waste it on noise. Protect your peace like it's your purpose, because the more you honor your silence, the more powerful you become. The dark side of a woman's silence. Jung's forbidden truth is not about being emotionless, it's about being emotionally sovereign. When you stop reacting, you stop feeding chaos. When you stop explaining, you start listening to your intuition. That's where wisdom lives. That's where alignment begins. People will call you cold because they can no longer control you, but that's okay. Let them. Your silence is not for their comfort. It's for your clarity. Every time you stay calm, instead of reacting, you rise above the level of the problem. That's not weakness, that's transcendence. This is what Jung meant by individuation, the process of becoming whole. You merge the parts of yourself that were once fragmented. You no longer need external validation because you've met your own shadow and learned to love it. That's the forbidden truth society fears. A woman who no longer seeks approval is unstoppable. Her silence becomes her language of power. It's not about ignoring the world, it's about hearing herself clearly. So next time you feel misunderstood, remember, silence isn't losing, it's leading. The ones meant for you will understand you're quiet. The ones who don't were never listening anyway. Your silence will teach them more than your words ever could. The dark side of a woman's silence, Jung's forbidden truth, lives in every woman who has ever been silenced, doubted, or disrespected. Dan chose peace instead of chaos. If you made it this far, your silence is no longer just survival, it's strategy. You've learned that mystery isn't hiding, it's protection. You've realized that you don't have to shout to be heard. You just have to know your worth deeply enough to stay still. That's the new feminine power: grace under pressure, strength in surrender, and wisdom in stillness. And the ones who lost you will finally understand the dark side of your silence when they can find anyone who feels like you. They'll dream about your calm, your peace, your presence, but you won't need them to, because your silence has already spoken. If this message resonates with your soul, remember this one truth: your silence is not your weakness, it's your evolution. If this truth touched you deeply, subscribe and visit the channel Graveyard of Empires for the next awakening.